Hey guys, how are you? So I wanted to come on and talk to you guys. As you can tell, I'm clearly in my bonnet, and I have some tea here, which I'm super excited because this is a product that I'm creating for you guys. Get ready. Um, I want to try it out first to see how I feel. It's good so far. So I'm excited. Get excited about it, guys, because it's going to be one of my products that I offer to you guys. Um, But I was coming on here about being careful. I'm not sure if you guys was aware of a doctor coming out and talking about that they don't think it's important for you to disclose and things of this nature. And I want to kind of address that. Y'all know I have a video of I did not close to him. And in that whole video, I share how I did not because of fear and many other things. But also how I warned you guys too. It's important to disclose. Many of you may be receiving information from your doctors or friends or family saying not to disclose, but I'm telling you guys, the anxiety behind it, the stress behind it, the worry behind it, the panic behind it is not worth it. It's not worth any bit of it. And that in many states you can be prosecuted for not disclosing your STD or STI status. So I really want you guys to be very careful out here. We're living in a time where people are very much killing people or hurting people because they're not sharing information that you're very aware of. So if you are living with herpes or any other STD or even a condition period and it can affect another person, it's very important that you share that. I don't know how we think we're going to have effective relationships without disclosing. So I really want us to all get to a point where we make it our business to disclose. If you don't know how to disclose, you need help with disclosing. That's where I come in. I have disclosing videos, or if you need just one-on-one where I help you with coming up with wording, then set up a 30-minute session and I will help you do that. But I really don't want anyone caught up in the um, not disclosing fad at this given moment. Is not safe in any shape or form. I don't want you guys thinking it's okay because it's not. Yes, I have done it in my past, but I felt like crap when I did it. And don't let anybody believe you, make you believe like, oh, I feel fine, since I'm not disclosing, I'm great. They're lying. They're absolutely lying. They're terrified that they're going to get a call one day that that person end up finding out they have the virus. So I really want everybody, who's watching the video, or who's, watching it again, outside the live, to please make it your business to disclose. Like at the end of the day, most of us got to this point because nobody disclosed to us, and we know how devastated we were. We know how we felt. We know how we still feel. So let's try to prevent doing that to another person, where you can simply tell them and they make a decision and they're fully aware of what they're getting themselves into. And we wish we had that same option, but we wasn't given that option. So why take that away from other people? So I feel like, make sure you use your morals, guys. Like everybody don't have morals. Everybody don't have, just everybody ain't got no morals. My whole thing is what they say do not line up with your morals. Do not live out their life. Don't live out their decisions, because at the end of the day, if somebody tell you not to disclose and you turn around and don't disclose and something happened to you, you're going to be so upset that you listen to that person. My whole thing is make your own decisions. Don't let nobody make no decisions for you. Make your own decisions and be satisfied with the decision you made. So whatever consequences, good or bad, that come after it, then okay, I made that decision for myself and nobody else made it for me. So I just want us to, why you have to tell them? Because it's an STD and you can pass it on. That's why. It ain't much to it, sweetie. There's not much to it. My whole thing is, then why would you want anybody to tell you? You have to tell a person. I mean, my whole thing is, if you don't think you should tell somebody, then it's no need for you to be upset about having a virus. That means you should be happy, having a great life. That means you should be having no worries. You shouldn't have none of that. And I very doubt that that's the case. I'm being honest. Like, my whole thing, you have to disclose. My whole thing, you want people to be honest with you. You be honest with others. And if you do have the virus, and you know how you felt when you got this virus, because that person did not disclose to you, which most people had this virus because they did not, then I'm not sure. You're not sure about what? I'm just saying, like, you can do whatever you want. I'm going to tell you that. You do whatever you want, but whatever consequences you're going to get out of that, just know you made it. I'm just giving you a very big caution. Be careful out here. This is not a time, like, I lived in a time frame where, and at that I was in college, so it was totally different. I wouldn't dare not disclose in the times that we're in now. People go missing, people getting killed, people getting hurt, um, people getting threatened. My whole thing, I wouldn't. Don't put your life on the line for this virus. It's just not that serious, guys. Tell a person, let them reject you and move on. Move on. What if their body reacts differently from yours, and some people will kill you? You correct. Like, some people, this virus can cause some issues for some individuals if they have other immune diseases. It can cause them a little bit more pain, or it's just not beneficial for them to have any type of other viruses. So, guys, you got to be considerate. Like, my whole thing is, sex is not that darn serious that you're willing to not tell somebody about what's going on with you just because you want to lay down. It's not that serious. And if it is that serious to you, you need to check yourself. I'm just going to be completely honest. You need to check yourself, and you need to ask yourself, okay, if sex that important to me, then I need to be responsible with sex. And if you're not responsible, then stop having sex. I'm just going to be completely honest. I mean, that's it. Like, that's where I'm at. And y'all see my cool shirt? Safety is sexy. Safety is sexy. So, safer is safety. And then got a little condom on there. So, it's just very important that we take sexual health responsibility serious. A lot of us think this is a joke. A lot of think this is funny, but I'm telling you, there's some people out here who about to lose their lives, or are getting threatened. Move over. Being threatened right now because they're not. Move. Don't do that. Move. Being threatened because they're not sharing. Don't put yourself at risk, guys. And I mean, I understand the fear, and I understand, like, it's so hard. You don't want to deal with rejection, things of that nature. But my whole thing is, I prefer you, delay telling a person than doing it and then, regretting what you have done. Like, it's not something that you can sleep at night with. I know I've done it. So I wouldn't suggest it at all. I have not done that in years. I was literally in college when I did that, and I would never suggest anybody do that crap. It's the most irresponsible thing that you can do. It really is. Like, and I was being very irresponsible because I was scared. I didn't want to lose people. But truthfully, let me be honest. If I'm losing somebody, then clearly they don't like me. And that's just the reality of it. Like, I should respect another person's body as much as I want somebody to respect mine. You give out and you get back, So, hey, love, I'm not sure I have it. What if you said, I'm not sure I have it. Well, if you're not sure you have it, you need to go get tested. That's more important than anything. What if their body responds? Okay. Can I talk to you in person? Yes, you can, sweetie. If you're in Atlanta, you can book a session. That's only if you're in Atlanta. If you are in another state, you can book a call, which is bit/I have it, all caps. Or you can go back to my regular channel and book from the top. You have to disclose first, period, and take time to get to know the person before. Correct. It's very important that you get to know a person before you disclose. I don't want y'all to think like, oh my God, just because he liked me, I like him, that I got to disclose right away. No, you want to make sure that you're in a place where you guys are on the same page. I say this all the time. Make sure you're on the same page. Make sure, you like him enough and he like you too. Like, you don't just have to share just to be sharing. You need to share because y'all on the same page of what y'all want to do. And if y'all never get on the same page, then what's the point of sharing it? If you just want a friend and you're not looking for a relationship, then why share it? But if you know I am intentionally out here dating because I want a relationship, then you need to share that and make sure you're sharing it with a person who have the same goal as yours. Your encounters are great. No problem, sweetie. I talk to many people in Canada. Just do bit/I have it, all caps. And we'll do a video chat. Thanks for sharing that information. No problem, sweetie, because my whole thing is I'm just at this point where I just do not want anybody taking bad advice. I don't care if a person got a DR dot in front of their name. I don't care. I want you guys to do what you feel is right. It's right to disclose. It's right to, to respect another person. Like, that's right. I don't care if a doctor tells you that you don't have to do it. You should fit in the pit in your stomach that ain't right and just say, you know what, I don't agree with that. And you may agree with that, but I don't agree with that. And if you agree with that, I really want you to look at yourself. I really do. I really want you to look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, why do I think it's okay that I can have sex with somebody and I have an STD or STI and I don't tell them and I'm at risk of giving it to them? No, it's not 100%, but it's still a risk there. It happened to me. I hated how it made me feel, but I want to do it to somebody else. I'm sorry. That's hurt people hurt people. Come on now. I mean, please, hurt people hurt people. I love that you're so open. Yeah, absolutely. I have to be open because at the end of the day, it's other people who are feeling this way, other people who will make mistakes and probably feel like horrible. And I know I feel horrible as well, but it's like, let's prevent doing that again. Let's prevent, putting other people at risk unknowingly. My whole thing is it's better for a person to know and be accepting of it than a person not know and then be completely angry with you. You don't want to deal with somebody wrath behind this. It's not pretty. It's not pretty. It's not pretty at all. It's not pretty, guys. It's not pretty. I was pretty blessed. Those guys liked me enough that they weren't mean to me. I didn't deal with any nasty attitudes. I didn't get threatened. I didn't have my name blasted across the campus. I didn't have any of that. But like I said, I was in a different time frame, I would say. At that, I was in college, and majority of the guys that I messed with had status of some sort, so they wasn't going to risk them getting put out of school for something, or even having a name attached to certain things. But I did not pass it to any of those guys, thank God. I did not. So that was a blessing in itself, but I felt like crap. I felt like a horrible person. I felt like a horrible person. Can I call you? Are you calling you? Can I call you or are you calling you? Okay, when you want to do a session, what happens is you'll book with bit/I have it, and then I will give you the information for the video chat because you'll select video chat, and then whatever day and time, then we will get onto Zoom together, and then we'll talk that way. That's how it works, okay? That's how the video chat works, but if you do a call, which not really, I think my thing can call, I think it can call Canada. But we're not going to worry about it. I'll prefer to do a video chat with you. I like my international people. I do video chats with them. But if it's anybody on here and you're doing a call, just know I'll call you. You don't call me, I'll call you. At your given time, I'll call you. I'm excited, though. I had my first in-office, my office session today, and it went really, really well. So if you're in Atlanta area and you want to do an in-person session, you can do that. You can book it at bit/I have it as well. That's only in Atlanta. Now, if you're coming to the Overcoming Gathering tour, you will have that option to see me as well in person or video chat, depending on what your schedule is. Just know I did add New York to the roster, so it's going to be September 2nd and 13th that I will be in New York. I'm still determining if I'm going to be in Manhattan or Brooklyn. I'm leaning more towards Brooklyn. It's a little bit more affordable, guys. Guys, y'all are hot. Jesus Christ. But I'm excited to come up there. I really am. I haven't, but my boyfriend trying to tell people when he get mad at me, what do I do? You end the relationship because he's not your boyfriend. He don't respect you. And he's not happy the fact that you have the virus. He don't accept you, period, in that relationship ASAP. And don't be scared he going to tell people. He going to tell whoever he want to tell. But you ain't got to sit there and let him threaten you. I don't play with threats. If you see my video, I don't take threats lightly. I don't. My whole thing is people going to do what they want to do. I don't care if you stay with him. He going to get mad at you and tell. If you leave him, he going to get mad at you and tell. So my whole thing is better to get out of the relationship and have more peace not being around somebody who clearly do not care about you. You keep it private. Absolutely, I keep everything private. Absolutely. Absolutely. You say you're telling the truth, say that. Yeah, but that's not your boyfriend, sweetie. That man do not love you. He do not care about you. He will not throw this in your face if he care about you. That's not right. That's not right at all. And I know sometimes that's hard when, you feel like that person accepts you, but he didn't. He did not. He didn't accept you. He wouldn't throw it in your face if that was the case. That's manipulation, and I don't play with manipulation. I don't play that game. Or you shouldn't either. It's not right. It's not right at all. I know you're scared that he gonna tell people, but honestly, people gonna believe what they want to believe, and at the end of the day, you do not have to respond. You don't have to respond. You don't have to respond to it, but don't stay with him in fear. You right telling people is you right telling people is messed up, especially if it is your soul. If it was your SO, it was yours. I think. Are you coming to Toronto? No, I'm not coming to Canada quite yet. My goal is to come to Canada because I have many clients in Canada, but not quite yet. Soon and very soon though. Oh, significant other. Oh, y'all, work with me. You're right telling people it's messed up, especially if it's your significant other. You're right telling people. Okay. SO means significant other. I learned something new today, love. Y'all help me because I was unclear. I appreciate y'all. Y'all got my back. I have no clue what that is. I'm thinking like so what you mean by so? Yeah. So anybody have any questions while we're on here? All my people who just jumped on. Don't laugh at me. Seriously, don't laugh at me. I didn't know for real. But I just want you guys to come on real quick. If you, like I said, if you're just jumping on, I'm telling you guys to be careful. And when I mean be careful is making sure you're disclosing your status to potential partners and old partners. So for instance, if you had an old boyfriend or old girlfriend, you did not have this virus prior, you need to disclose to them. And I know that's kind of hard, but you need to let them know this now. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. If whoever do not know the status and you're going to have sex with them need to know your status so they can make a decision if they're willing to take the risk. And I mean, you will want the same. I'm a strong believer. You reap what you sow. So make sure you, you do your due diligence, please. I know it's not easy. It's terrifying. But I'm telling you, it'll give you way more peace of mind after knowing what they feel or what they want to do than doing it and then boom, it happens. I'm proud of you, sister. In life, your t-shirt. Thank you for being you and shaving you and sharing you. Aw, thank you, sweetie. Lisa, you're awesome sauce. How long does a lip outbreak tend to last? It varies person to person. Typically it can last a week, sometimes 2 weeks. Some people, theirs go away in like 4 days. Like, it just varies person to person. That's something you have to take time to learn. Yep, lips up to 2 weeks. Yep. Thank you. Somebody gave me this shirt. I had a speaking engagement and I thought this was so cool. I got 2 shirts. I got this one. I got another one in white with red letters with a condom on it. I thought that was so cool. This is so cool. I don't even know who made these shirts, but I know, right? It was super creative. I like it. It is sexy. And I mean, that's what I promote to you guys. I really want us to be safe. I want us to be responsible. Even after contracting the STD, you can still be responsible and ask questions. I know it's hard, to have these uncomfortable conversations, but it's very important to do because sadly to say, if you don't ask, then you won't know. We just don't want to take a risk, guys. I don't want us to continue to take unnecessary risks when you have the ability to ask a simple question. I know it's uncomfortable, but it will save you. It'll save you so much heartache later down the line. And also making sure your partner is on the same page as you pertaining to sexual health, because a lot of people know one thing and others don't. You'll be shocked that you know some stuff and your partner don't know stuff, and they looking at you all crazy, and you looking like, oh, you don't know that? Oh crap, hold up, I need to educate you. So don't assume just because people are having sex that they completely understand the safety of it. Like, that's not true. It's also important to make sure you're asking guys to be asking, if she's on birth control. Like, please stop having sex with women not knowing if she's even on birth control. That's just important to know as well. Also, women stop having sex with men who say this, I don't like condoms. Well, if you don't like condoms, you don't like sex. I don't know you. Like, you better figure out condoms that you like. Like, because we're not doing this. Like, we're not doing this. I don't know you. You don't know me. You're not my husband. We're not going to do this. So I really want us to stop allowing people to put on you what they don't want to do, but then y'all are at risk. So men, ask women if they're on birth control. Women, don't let nobody try to go into you raw. We're not doing this. I don't know you. Like, we're not doing this. Now, if it's you and your boyfriend, y'all, and y'all have agreed upon, not use protection, just make sure y'all test it up. And also for my individuals who have herpes, it's very important when you disclose your status, make sure they disclose their status. Stop being like giving them your status and then they come back to you talking about, I ain't been testing that since last year. You ain't touching me. At least you know your status. They don't have no clue what their status is. And they were like, I don't want to be with you. You're right. I don't want you to be with me either because I don't know your status. Let us stop getting caught up with, we give our status, but you have no clue what that other person's status is. Stop doing that. Literally, we got to all stop doing that. Like, literally, I have so many women come to me and they get into relationships. I said, what's his status? I don't know. That's a problem. You were so stressed out about you telling the status. He talking about, I'm nervous. Nigga, I'm nervous. I don't know what you got. Being honest, y'all. You are so sweet. Keep it up. Thank you, sweetie. So until what stage of the outbreak is not contagious to kiss my kids? Should it be gone and cleared completely? Yes, you got to wait till it's completely gone that you can't see it and then wait a week after, okay? Because it's 2 times that we know for sure we're shedding. That is before your outbreak, which most people don't know. Now, if it's women and she has it during her menstrual cycle, I have outbreaks triggered. Her menstrual cycle trigger her outbreaks, then she know a week before her menstrual cycle, no sex or any with that affected area that she typically gets it in, or genital penetration or any oral sex, and then after. Okay, like I said, that the beginning is kind of risky because most people don't know when they're about to have a outbreak, but for sure after, you wait till it's completely cleared up and then you wait another week, to kind of get out the clear. Okay, just because you don't see it doesn't mean it's completely healed. Are you married? Just curious. No, I'm not married anymore. I was married for 4 years, but I ended up getting a divorce a year ago. Hey, Belize, so proud of you. What is the time frame to find out how long you have had the virus? Or my boyfriend's supposed to get his results tomorrow. Hey, sweetie, thank you so much. But what is the time frame to find out how long you had the virus? Okay, the thing about it, the virus can show up in 2 to 14 days. Like 2 to 14 days, you can have your initial outbreak. Do that happen to everybody? Yay and nay. I have many clients that it happened to. I have many clients that it did not. My whole thing is, it's all about test results. So my whole thing is, make sure you say he get his results. Look for an IgG test. If the IgG test pop up positive, he don't have the virus for longer than 12 to 16 weeks. That lets you know kind of how long he had it. So if the IgG test come back and it's positive, then your boyfriend had the virus for longer than 12 or for 12 to 16 weeks prior to that test. Remember, there are multiple levels of tests. Speak with the doctors. They truly want to help. Some, I won't speak on all. Some doctors want to test. Not all doctors, some. I really suggest you guys find good doctors. There's a lot of bullcrap doctors out here. I'm not lying. It's a lot of people who are just overwhelmed. They're only doing it for the money. They're understaffed, all this stuff like that. You have to advocate for yourself. I did a video on advocating for yourself. You got to advocate for yourself. Their job is not to really educate you. Their job is to treat you. And we really want doctors to do something that they're not even taught to do. Their job is to simply treat you for whatever you come in. So you got to go in with a little education. Now, if it's simple things that you don't know what is, you still got to kind of have an idea and really advocate saying, no, this is my symptom. Because some doctors tell you, oh, it's no big deal. Don't let them say it's no big deal. That's a lie from a pit. You know what type of pain you in. You know what your experience. They don't know. Don't let them brush you off. Don't let them make you feel less than. And if you feel uncomfortable with something, please report it. Cleanliness in the home, especially with the kiddos. Lisa paid me to say Donald Trump forever. That's fine. I don't have a problem with Donald Trump. I don't have a problem. He's still my president. I'm not going to sit here and, say anything negative. What if you take the medicine and the virus is gone and your partner wants to have sex? Just asking. What if you are taking the medicine and the virus is gone and your partner wants to have sex? Just asking. Okay. Well, if you're taking the medicine and you're not having an outbreak, then sex is fine. You can have sex when you're not having any outbreaks. The medication helps you reduce, you having, it reduces you having outbreaks and also reduce the shedding. So as long as you're not having an outbreak, you're in the go, Do you take any vitamins? I do herbs. I don't really do vitamins anymore. I do herbs. I do green tea. I do turmeric. I do chamomile. I do all types of teas, which I'm drinking now, which I'm super excited. The tea that I made y'all, I'm about to come up with some products because it's a lot of stuff that's not for real out here. So I created a tea to help us with pain because right now my body is aching from working out, and I gave it a try. I'm going to see how it makes me feel. So I'm kind of testing it out to kind of see how it works. All my products are going to be completely natural and organic. And I get them from the farmer's market. Okay. I was diagnosed with HSV1 in late 2017. I just had my first outbreak last week and still going away. Do you think I may have outbreaks often now after this one that I'm having? I'm not quite sure, sweetie. Just because you have an outbreak once doesn't mean you're going to ever have an outbreak again. It doesn't determine how many you will have. You kind of determine how many you will have because whatever happened triggered it, like stress, lack of sleep, certain food you ate, friction from sex, many different things can cause. Well, if you have type 1, are you having, it all depends if it's type 1 genital. But if it's type 1, if it's oral, like I said, stress, lack of rest, exposure to the sun can cause it, for oral. Certain foods as well. So you just have to learn how to manage your outbreaks. Which I'm really excited. I have the no outbreak, no break, no pain, no break challenge right now. It's going really well. We've just started. If you missed this challenge, it's okay. I'm gonna probably have it come back around in April. I have about 46 people that's in it. And people are doing pretty good, just becoming very aware of what pain they have, what their outbreaks are, just being very aware. I think something that we fail to do is taking time to be aware of our bodies. The quicker you be aware of your body and making sure you're putting the proper foods into your bodies, then you're going to start to see a reduction in outbreaks and a reduction in pain. But if you're so focused on not having an outbreak, you're messing around and having an outbreak, but you should be more worried about, okay, what can I do to prevent it? Don't worry about having it, worry about preventing it. The more you prevent it, the more you don't even worry about it, truthfully. Okay, I had an outbreak, and but I took my medicine anyway because it was on my bottom. Yes, you can have outbreaks on your bottom, and you did the right thing, sweetie. Like if soon as you see a symptom of any sort, like itching, burning, I don't know, itching, burning. Sometimes some women have a little discharge. Any blisters, cuts, anything. Soon as you see it, move on it. That means start your treatment ASAP. And that's for anybody if you're doing antivirals or any natural remedies. Start ASAP. The quicker you start, the quicker you can heal up, that you can speed up the healing process. When did it become easy for you to speak to non-affected people? I didn't really have, when it become easy for you to speak to non? The thing about it is, everybody I ever dated was non-affected. Like, I did not ever date any guy who had it that I knew of other than my ex-husband, which we did not know he had it. I was still very much uneducated when I first met my ex-husband. So with that being said, guys, like I like it was, I'm not gonna lie, it was my mission not to even worry about like, oh, I'm just gonna date individuals with herpes. Like that was not even a focus of mine. I said, you know, I'm gonna be with whoever I connect with, and I'll disclose and I'll just deal with it. I don't want to feel like I'm limited to just a group of people, which I'm not saying that we're bad people because we're amazing. It's some fine dudes who have herpes or whatever, but I just don't want to limit myself and feel like I'm only doing that because I don't want to disclose. My whole thing is if you're feeling like to do that, you have a problem. And I mean, I'm going to be honest, you have a problem because number one, you're doing it because you don't want to disclose. You're being scary. Stop being scary. Suck it up. You need to disclose. It's going to benefit you and it's going to get you to a place of not worrying about what people think and just accept folks take on things, you know. And also just think, just because you're with somebody with herpes does not mean it's going to be easy. Just imagine how messed up in the head that you are a little bit and dealing with another person kind of messed up in the head. Sadly to say, I'm going to be so honest. Most people who both have the virus, one be freaking out. In the beginning, I have a lot of them that be freaking out like, I don't want to get that type. And the other type don't want to get this type. First of all, y'all both have herpes. Who ain't trying to get no type? Both y'all are stigmatizing each other. That is so sad. I see it happen. People like, well, I have type 1. I don't want genital. What you mean you don't want genital? You already have herpes. What's the difference? I'm just saying, like, we can be real funny acting. We can be real funny acting, and you got herpes just like them. So my whole thing is, like, I never really, I don't know, I didn't really make that a important thing for me. I was just like, you know, I'm just gonna suck it up. It's not easy. I'm scared like anybody else, but I'm just gonna move on and just connect with whoever I connect with. Um, but no, I can't say when it became easy. I just kind of forced myself to do it. I made a connection with the guy. I kind of just went ahead. I was so surprised when I found out the doctor don't test STDs doing a PEP, a Pap smear. I mean, a Pap smear is simply, and I was shocked too. A Pap smear is only for HPV. They're looking for cervical cancer. But a lot of people don't know that. But many doctors, what they tend to do is kind of like swab you again while they're in there. But you have to ask for it. You know, we assume when we were getting Pap smears automatically that we were getting STD testing. That's not true. You know, that's an assumption that we believed. And you can't assume going into the doctor's office. You always have to ask questions. I work in the medical field, and a lot of people don't know they don't test for RSC. So people would think, yes, I'm not negative, but the test only tests for like 3 things and not herpes. Shake my head. That's true, sweetie. Like I called this place recently, and they was like, we test for HIV, chlamydia, gonorrhea, and trichomoniasis. That's it. I'm looking like, and she was like, oh, we charge you $65. I said, are you kidding me? You ain't even charged for everything. You're not even testing me for everything. No, I'm good. I'm not paying $65 for that. Are you familiar with Bell palsy brought on by this virus? No. My whole thing is I heard about that, but as we know, research is going to be the most important part. I know somebody who got Bell palsy and she has herpes, but she had it prior. She had it prior. There's many things that they're saying that this virus can cause, but it's going to require us to kind of force them to do more research to make sure that it's absolutely like true. And I'm not saying it's not, but you know, making sure, you know, if that's the case, that we make sure we do whatever we need to do, or you know, do whatever we need to do to make sure that's not a problem for us later. He said, do you have itchy skin? Sometimes. If I have an outbreak, it could be a symptom. People in general like the masses. Okay, I gotta go back up. I have to admit that's me. It's okay. Family, colleagues. I got comfortable. I just, over time, I just stopped worrying about what people think. Like, I had to get to a point, it's like, I can't worry about what people think. People are going to think what they want to think. And all you can do is own your truth and live. Like, own your truth and live. Like, I meet people randomly all the time. They're like, what do you do? I say, I'm a life coach. And I'm like, oh, really? Oh, you help people you learn? I'm like, no, I help African American women with herpes. They're like, oh, my God. Like, people get mind blown every time I tell them. And then I tell them my story. Like, oh, yeah, I contracted herpes 9 years ago. And they're like, oh, that's great what you're doing. You know, I get white people, black people, men, women. I tell everybody, you know, because you just never know who you come in contact with, who you can serve. So, I mean, It was uncomfortable in the beginning, but now I'm just like, whatever. I'm here to serve people. And you don't know me. I don't know you. I'm going to move forward, you know. Somebody got to do it. I'm still scared. I'm thinking that this virus can turn into something else. No, not at this given moment. You know, it's millions of people dealing with the virus. It's not going to turn into anything else at this given moment. But I mean, research is very important at the time. But right now, this virus is not on the radar. It's just not on the radar. But no, you just have herpes at this time, sweetie. But you're going to have to get to a point where you accept that. Don't really matter what I say to you. You're going to have to get to a place of realizing that. I'll have herpes for 10 years coming April. And it ain't turned into nothing. I'm going to be completely honest. I've been living with it for 9 years straight. And it ain't turned into nothing. Nothing. I haven't had any other health conditions since I had this virus. Thanks. I'm researching. Cool, sweet. You said, okay, you said, any advice on pills? I have some extra left. My whole thing, did the outbreak go away? I say do what's given to you on the package. If it tell you to complete, I'm telling you guys, if you're going to take this medicine, complete the medicine. Don't wait and, don't, if you get to a point where you start feeling better, you stop taking it. You have to complete the whole treatment. So if you got pills left, if it tell you to complete. Go all the way through, take all those pills. But if it tell you to take as needed, then that's something different. You just take as needed. But if it tell you to complete, on your prescription bottle, it tell you to complete it, then complete it. Good questions, guys. Thank y'all. Keep it rolling. Thank you. Thank you. Any more questions, guys? We're rolling up on like 36 minutes. Y'all know me. I don't want to keep these. I love doing my lives, but I don't like to keep them long because people like to rewatch them, and I don't want them to be on so long. Any more questions? While I'm waiting on questions, because I'm sure you guys are still like typing, make sure you get your ticket for the Overcoming Gathering Conference. We're going to North Carolina, April 26th and 27th. That's in Durham. Make sure you get your ticket. Then we're going to Huntsville in May. We're going to New Orleans in June. We're going to Baltimore, Maryland in July. We're going to Tampa in August. We're going to New York in September. And we're going to Houston in October. So you don't want to miss it. I only have 50 spots, 50 tickets. That's all. For each one of these events. So make sure you get your tickets. They're going to get selling. Make sure you get your ticket, especially if you want to come out. Like I said, I have a 2-day event where you'll get a one-on-one session with me, which is 30 minutes. So you get a one-on-one session with me or a video chat. And then on Saturday is the educational day where I will teach you how to disclose. You'll go home with the script and some tips to help you disclose. You'll be able to answer all your questions, fellowship with other individuals, and also have an individual from your state or area come out and share stats pertaining to STDs or what's new in your area. I think it's very vital that you know what's going on in your area because those are the people that you're dating or loving on. You want to know what's going on in your area. Okay, and also resources that you can receive. I have a couple of friends who have it and told me because I'm in the medical, I gave them all health info. I know I told them and patients about your page so they have more resources. Oh, thank you, sweetie. I appreciate you. I just want to assist. I mean, at the end of the day, I know the health industry. I mean, they can only do so much. Like you do have some really good doctors, nurses, nurse assistants, all that's there. But I mean, they're trying to serve the masses and they don't have the time to sit in a room with you for 30, 45 minutes to an hour of going through the emotions. And I mean, they want to, but that's not their job, so that makes it very difficult for them sometimes, because I do have a friend who's a nurse who can, like, I really want to sit in here and talk to them, but I can't, because I have to go to the next patient who's like kind of dying need at this time. So I just want us to understand, like, if you have any friends, family members, anybody working in the health industry, share my information, because I'm here just to assist. I got 200 and some videos they can watch that can help them. It's just another resource. Don't forget to like and share this great information, y'all. Thank you. You correct, girl. Please share it. I want to help as many people as possible. I'm so excited. Like, my what I learned for 9 years video hit over 50,000 views. Well, hit 50,000 views. I'm over 50,000 now, but 50,000 views today. That was awesome sauce. And I posted that video like 4 months ago. So I'm so excited. Like, I was like, thank you guys. I really appreciate it. That means y'all are watching it. It's benefiting some people. And that's good. That's all I wanted to do. I want people to learn. Well, I want to say thank you for what you do, for sharing your time with us. Absolutely. Y'all know I love y'all. Thank you. You're welcome. How do you know it's safe to kiss with type 1? I still have open skin on my lip after 5 weeks. It won't scar at all. Is that normal? It's different for different people. Is this your first outbreak? Is this your first outbreak? Answer that for me, please. Is this your first outbreak? Is almond milk and coconut milk bad to drink for triggering herpes? No. I mean, almond milk could if it's because it's a nut. But I drink almond milk. I don't drink whole milk or soy milk. So I had never had a problem. But if that's a trigger, you have to find out. That's the bad part. You have to find out. Thank you. You're welcome. Yes, because you don't have to have STDs to watch your videos. Correct. Absolutely, you don't. It's truly just education. I have many people who are, subscribed to my channel or even comment who like, I don't have it, but thank you for telling me, type thing. So, yeah, with your first outbreak, sometimes it takes longer. It takes sometimes way over 3 weeks, sometimes longer for your skin to go back with your first outbreak. So just give yourself some time. Since it's still open skin, what I'll tell you is get some vitamin E and put it on that area. Sorry, speeding up the healing process. That coconut, well, you can put it like this. Put some coconut oil, tea tree oil, and vitamin E. Mix it up. Like, put a couple of drops. Or put like not even a full teaspoon of coconut oil in a little container. Put like I say 2 drops of tea tree oil and then 2 drops of vitamin E. Like, mix it up, get a Q-tip, take it, dip it in there, put it on there, and throw the Q-tip away. And do that every day. Just give it some time. Just give it some time. Just be patient. I drink milk, eat nuts and all, drink wine, and still haven't had an outbreak because food is not your trigger. That's all. Make smoothies with kale, coconut water, and beets. Hey, no problem. That sounds pretty interesting right there. That sounds very interesting. Thank you so much for your videos. Those people that state they was cured by medicine by a doctor from Africa or else, where is that true and worth trying it out? I'm sorry. I'm not trying nothing for nobody. I can't stay in touch with. I'm just sorry. You're not going to give me, I don't know you. I don't know you. I'm just going to be completely honest. Like, I get those messages all the time. I'm not taking something from somebody that I cannot even physically talk on the phone. I got to use WhatsApp app to try to get to you. I'm not knocking it, but I got to email you. Where's your website? Like, I don't even know who you are. Like, I'm completely honest. Like, I wouldn't suggest it. I would never suggest you guys to take anything from people that you can't keep responsible for anything that happened to you. Like, I feel like if you want to try any supplements or anything like that, then go to a holistic, practitioner in your area. Don't just take stuff from people, because it's some people out here who ain't wrapped tight, y'all. They not wrapped tight. So you don't know what you're taking from people. And I would hate for you, just because you're in a place where, you're at a desperate state and you really want to do something about it, that you mess around and take something that can really make you sick. And when you get really sick, you can't prove who did it to you, because those people are going to disappear. They can disappear off the face of the earth at any moment, and they're taking your money. Or you pay somebody and you never get a product. Like, guys, it's just risky. I mean, if you want to work towards suppressing the virus, black seed oil, oregano oil, like, Learning what's causing your triggers and reduce it. And you can get to a point where you're not having outbreaks. Do you know people that have been cured by natural things? I know people who have suppressed the virus. I know that. I know a lot of people who have suppressed it. I know a good bit of people suppressed it. And that was natural eating and taking herbs. Black seed oil, oregano oil. It'll get you to a place of where it's suppressed. Where the virus is just not active. You know, physically active. I'm not going to say it's not shedding, but I would say it's not physically active. I can't speak on shedding because we don't know when it's happening. But physically, they're not having any outbreaks. And honestly, let's be honest, guys. If you're not having an outbreak, you're in a good place. Because it's an even lower chance that you're going to pass the virus. Because you don't shed all the time. I'm sorry, y'all. Feel like I got stuff in my eye. All right. Oh, thank you. I want to hear your feedback. Yeah. I just want you guys to be careful. My whole thing is I'm never going to tell you guys what to do pertaining to, taking stuff. But I just say, think before you do that. I would strongly suggest you find a local herbalist to do this. It's so many local herbalists who can assist you with things and can explain things and walk you through things. Let them do that. That's what they went to school for. That's what they have a desire to do. At least you know these people. You can go to their stores. You can keep them, responsible if anything happened. And also, if you're going to do anything like that, please be committed. It's just not going to happen overnight. Don't expect you to take a pill today and you feel like, heaven tomorrow. That's not going to always be the case. You have to be consistent. Stick to whatever plan is given to you. Please go by the directions. Don't be halfing it and expecting this miracle. You got to do everything right for you to see the results you want to see. Do you think there will ever be a cure or something that suppress herpes from becoming an outbreak? Has there been any process on that? Like, at this point, like, we did have, if anybody know Mr. Rich, he ended up doing the vaccination for herpes a couple of years ago where the scientist was doing it, but he ended up dying from a rare disease, whatever. And he said it worked. It really did work where he was, his outbreaks were like really, really much lessened or he wasn't even having any. So, I mean, at the end of the day, the vaccine is here, but the way that he did it, he's at this point, FDA kind of halted him because he did human testing without their approval. So I do think it's possible, but the only way it's going to be possible is that we're backing it. Like, we can't expect them to give us something that we're not even begging for them to give us. Like, talking to me is great, but are you writing to the FDA or are you doing any of that? If you're not, then nothing's going to change. I can't just go up there for you guys and say, oh, give us something. And looking like, and who's backing you? Like, you sound great, but at the end of the day, they want us to stand up. If y'all see the movement of HIV, you've seen that it was in numbers that they wanted to support. So if we want to see, we got to show in numbers that we want this, not just one amazing African-American women who's standing up and yelling and screaming. And so many other people, activists, I'm not going to just put it on myself, there's so many of us doing it, like way over 20 of us doing this. Us alone is not enough. Like, we need you guys to back us in it. Well, the best way to suppress it is learning how to manage your outbreak, like figuring out what your triggers are. When you figure out what your triggers are, you can suppress it. And like I said, backseat oil, coconut oil, like backseat oil, oregano oil, lysine for some people. Like, it just depends. Like, you just got to figure out what works for you. And that's where it's required for you to take your time and learn yourself. When you learn the virus, you can learn how to manage it. Did you and your husband use condoms all the time? We did not use condoms, period. I think we used condoms like 3 times probably when we first met each other, and then we didn't use condoms no more. Like, we stopped using condoms a long time ago. How did your husband never get it from you? I didn't have sex with him when I had outbreaks. That's it. Just that simple. I was very aware of my body, but that's it. I'm not saying I wasn't shedding. He didn't get it when I wasn't having sex with him when I wasn't shedding. If you have herpes in your bloodstream, but you haven't had an outbreak, but notice you get a shock of itchy feeling in your skin. Okay, the thing about it is that is symptoms of an outbreak. A lot of us are looking for bumps and bruises and, all this crazy stuff. No, herpes is nerve pain. Herpes outbreaks are nerve pain. They're itching. They're burning. It's that. That can be an outbreak too. That can be a symptom of an outbreak. So I want us to stop looking at outbreaks as bumps and blisters and cuts. An outbreak is any symptom related to herpes. You're welcome, sweetie. I know that's not really shared to us at all, but I want us to just know that outbreaks are symptoms, multiple symptoms, just like gonorrhea have multiple symptoms, HIV have multiple, it's multiple symptoms. We don't just have one symptom, we have multiple. And we have to be aware of all those symptoms. Stop looking for bumps, cuts, and bruises, y'all. Stop looking for that and start just looking at the all symptoms. Look at all of it and see if you have any of those symptoms. That's why they said 80% don't know they have herpes, because number one, they never had an outbreak, or it's so mild and they don't realize, and they go unnoticed. Hey, love, how are you? They go unnoticed. And that these symptoms go with anything. It could be so many other things. It's almost 1 o'clock. I'm getting sleepy, y'all. Today has been a really busy day. I had 4 sessions today. And I was in there working on my product line with my mom. She's like my product developer. She was helping me get everything together. I'm really excited to have this product line come out. Someone asked the question about, do you know any people that has been cured by natural something? I answered, I said, no, I don't know anybody who has been cured, but I know people who did a natural route and has suppressed the virus by basically what they were doing, which they were eating healthy and taking different type of herbs that got them to a place where they were suppressed. They wasn't having outbreaks. Can you do a video on asymptomatic? Absolutely, I can. I don't have a problem with that. That happens a lot. Being asymptomatic is kind of difficult because at the end of the day, you're having outbreaks and you don't know it. You're shedding and you don't know it. That's just pretty much it. You can't control it. The only thing you could do is make sure you're doing some type of treatment, which is you're taking an antiviral or you're doing some type of natural thing to help you. Let's speak into existence. When 2 or 3 stand together, Lord, guide us and give us will to make a change in FDA and cure us. Absolutely. I agree. It's very much possible. And as we stand, faith without works is dead. So with that being said, work has to be done. We can't expect stuff to just pop out of the sky. We got to do the work, guys. Does oregano pills prevent outbreaks or cold sores? Yes, it can. It doesn't work for everybody, but it can. I do tea tree oil on my body sometimes. Maybe why I haven't had one. That could be a reason, sweetie. Tea tree oil is really good. That's possible. How effective is lysine supplements in suppressing outbreaks? It varies person to person. Some people, that's all they take, and it reduces their outbreaks. Some people, it doesn't do them any justice. But it's most importantly, suppressing comes with, number 1, learning your outbreaks and what triggers them. And then number 2, adding a treatment consistently. My whole thing is, if you do not know what's causing your outbreaks and just taking some type of treatment, that doesn't mean you're not going to have outbreaks. A lot of you guys are believing, if I take some type of treatment or I do some type of treatment, then I'm not going to have outbreaks no more. That's not completely true. If you trigger some outbreaks, then you're going to probably have an outbreak. And that's not guaranteed, but if you know your main triggers and you kind of like dibbling and dabbling, messing with those, then your chances are you can still get an outbreak. It doesn't matter how much black seed oil you put down your throat. It doesn't matter how much lysine you put down your throat or oregano oil. It don't make a difference. It don't matter how many pills that you pop of Valtrex. That outbreak will still come. Those things are not cures, guys. They're suppressants. Okay? I don't want us to get so thinking, you know, because sometimes I can catch that where some people are thinking, well, if I do this, then it's a guarantee. It's no guarantee, guys. The guarantee is you taking the time to learn your body and learn how to manage your outbreaks. When you learn how to manage your outbreaks, everything else gets a little bit more simple for you. That's kind of why I don't have outbreaks like that. I know my body. Any more questions, guys? I'm getting super sleepy. Gotta get up early. I gotta go to the gym. All right, guys. So since I don't see any more questions, I want to thank everybody who got on today. And I hope it assists you. So I don't believe in the medicine at all. I think it's pointless because it's a natural route for everything. I agree. I think that's what you meant. Yeah, absolutely. Well, my whole thing, I don't knock the medicine either because some people, it helps them and it benefits them. So I would never really fully say that. But I have always been a natural route girl because I hate pills. I hate taking pills with a passion. Like I hate pills, man. I hate swallowing pills. I couldn't swallow a pill until I literally got pregnant with my son for my prenatals, and literally I still didn't take my prenatals like I needed to because I hate taking pills. How do you learn your body or triggers? You have to pay attention. Like right now, you're having an outbreak. You kind of got to know what's going on. Are you stressed out? Is a certain thing you ate? You just got to be aware. You have to be aware. Number one is knowing what the triggers could be, which is stress. It can be friction from sex. It can be exposure to a lot of sun, especially for oral sun. Extra exposure can cause an outbreak. Lack of rest. Um, certain foods, nuts. I'm sorry, guys. Nuts, excess sugar, um, chocolate. What's the other one? Yeah, chocolate, alcohol. That can cause outbreaks as well. So since you kind of know what can cause it, or menstrual cycle that can cause it, then you need to pay attention to your body around those times. So I'll tell people, when you first find out you had a virus, it takes you six months to a year to figure this thing out. And that may sound depressing to you, but you can't imagine nothing's going to be easy when you never have been that aware of your body. You got to become very aware and come in tune with what's going on with you and knowing your mental state, knowing your emotional state, knowing your physical state. Everything has to work together. Go rest. Thank you for your time. No problem. I need to get some sleep. So it's basically watching what we eat and do to follow up to know what triggers the outbreaks. Pretty much that's it. Like you kind of just got to do right or do wrong to figure out what's going to happen. The pills actually work. I used to have outbreaks every of the second of the day, and to show how frequently it was. Oh wow. See, the pills work for some people. I don't knock them. So it only takes 12 to 16 weeks to show up in your blood. No, it takes 2 to 14 days for you to have an initial outbreak. And then for that blood test, it takes 12 to 16 weeks to show up on an IgG test. I don't want you to get that mixed. It takes 2 to 14 days to have an initial outbreak, physical outbreak. But for the IgG test, it takes 12 to 16 weeks. That test, you have to have it in your blood for 12 to 16 weeks for it to show up. I have no rest and ton of almonds this week. It was triggered. There you go, sweetie. You know what your triggers. That mean get you some sleep and lay off the almonds. See, sometimes you just don't realize it. You kind of have somebody kind of let you know what it is. You're like, oh crap, yeah. Can the time be less than 12 weeks that it show up in your blood? The thing about it is, It can show up a little bit earlier, but they typically say 12 to 16 weeks. It can. But based off research that I found, 12 to 16 weeks is kind of standard that it'll show up on a IgG test. But sometimes it can show up a little bit earlier, so don't deny that. It can. But if you get an IgG test and it comes up positive, you won't have it for some time. It's not it's not, oh, the first, I got it for a week and now it's going to show up on the IgG. No, it's not. It's not going to show up on the IgG test that way. It has to be in the system for some time. Can you get it from drinking after someone because I was not sexually active? I mean, the only way you got it from somebody not drinking after them, they had to have an outbreak inside their mouth. And literally that saliva carried the virus. But that's, like I said, that's very rare. But you don't have to be sexual active to get type 1. You can kiss your family member. You can kiss your cousins. You can kiss your aunt. Many people get it from family members. We kind of get caught up on thinking that we're drinking after people, but drinking in utensils. But it's very rare, guys. It's possible, but that person had to have an in their mouth outbreak. Last time I kissed anyone before my first night was over 1 month ago. It's still possible, sweetie. It don't take much. And most people don't know a cold sores and fever blisters is herpes. They have no clue. I have people say it all the time. Oh, well, I don't have herpes. I don't have herpes. But then they say, oh, I have type 1. You have herpes. I want us to get out of that too. If you have herpes, you have herpes. Type 1 is not better than type 2, and type 2 ain't worse than type 1. Stop that. You have herpes. Accept it. You're not better. You're not exempt. Any more questions? Thank you again, sister. Have a beautiful night. You really changed my perspective. I thank you for sharing your story. I really thought my life was over. Oh, it ain't. My life ain't over in no shape or form. We're in a better predicament than many people. It's not required for us to take medicine. This is not a virus that is killing us, knowingly killing us. It's not something that's knowingly causing issues to other organs of our body or causing things. So we have the ability to kind of just get to a point of acceptance, not allowing the stigma to kind of make us feel less than, and just truthfully living a normal life, But we have to do, we got to do what we got to do. No babies, your life just begun. Yep. Yep. Life is not over. Life is not over. I thank everybody for being super supportive to each other and being so respectful to each other. I so appreciate that. I don't like drama. So I always want to create a healthy space, and I'm so happy that I have created a space where you guys will get on a live and not worry about who's reading it or, worrying about any of that. You guys are just talking to me and getting your answers. So, and even people posting on my page, I'm really, really excited about that. That I'm creating a safe space so you guys know that, you can post and not have to be worried thinking that somebody's going to make you feel less than. I don't play that. I protect y'all. Like I said, I don't take threats lightly. I don't play that. I will protect y'all at all costs because at the end of the day, I know how hard it can be living with this virus and feeling like nobody's on your side. So if I had to fight y'all battle, say you ain't going to talk about her like that or you sure ain't going to call him out his name, I got you. Thank you. I finally caught your live. I'm happy, sweetie. Yeah, I just decided to come on a little later. I can't believe you guys are all up. It's like 1 o'clock here. Oh my God, Miss Skittles liked my comment on her page. I love Miss Skittles. I got to see her when I went to the BET Social Awards. Oh, thank you, sweetie. I'm honored to serve. I'm honored to serve y'all. It's a blessing to me to help y'all and assist y'all through this. Because literally, I thank God I had supportive friends, but I don't know how easy it'd have been to get through this if I didn't have my friends. I can only imagine you guys are dealing with this by yourselves. This is hard. This is very hard to deal with by yourself. But I'm here through internet to support you guys as much as I can. Okay? So I love you guys. Thank y'all for getting on. One thing. How did you get the courage to come out and talk about it? I got, well, my whole thing is I got the courage because I didn't see any African American women talking. I got into a support group and it was like 10,000 people in it, and majority of the people did not look like me. It was sporadic. Like, it was like literally dots of African American women. And I was like, this is interesting. These people are helping me, but I want people who look like me, understand my work of life. And I just felt in my heart that I should come out and do it. I'm pretty bold. I always been bold. I always been loud. I always been outspoken. So it was kind of like up my alley, but I didn't want to do it. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't want to do it, but God kept putting on my heart, like, you're gonna be a herpes activist. So I started in a support group where I was supporting individuals, trying to, assisting them from committing suicide. That was my biggest thing. Talking to them, following up with them, educating them, just being a support to them. And then it went from there where I started coaching people. And then 3 years ago, I kind of came all the way out where I was like, you know what? I'm ready to get out and really help people who are looking for this. They're blessed. We found a support group. It's people out here who have no clue where to go because it's just not given to us. So that's where I came in to say I want to be that kind of like, hey, we're over here. You can find us over here, type thing. And that's what I became. And it has been a blessing to me, truthfully, a blessing. It wasn't easy. I was scared out of my mind because I didn't want people to judge me, but I didn't care. I felt like you guys were worth me coming out about. And truthfully, it has been worth it. The only person who's really mad was my mom. Just like, why you didn't freaking tell me? But that's it. How long you been what? How long you been what? Can you say that again? And what's your future plans? My future plans is to continue to kill the stigma. My whole goal is to overcome the stigma. Like, continue to educate you guys. My goal is start to offer real products, natural products to us, that really work and that we know that work. To teach you guys how to reduce outbreaks, to a point where, I really want, my challenge is to really help as many people not to have outbreaks. How long? Okay, so, yeah, really help people not to have outbreaks. I want to do speaking engagements across the globe. I want to do more conferences, more, pop-up meetups, meeting more people. I have like probably 2 or 3 more books in me that I want to write. Um, I want to go on TV. There's so much I want to do. Like, the future is among me. How long you been abstinent? Is that what you're asking? Can I clarify that for me? You make me so proud. Oh, I'm proud of you. Thank you, sweetie. What does the March challenge begin? It already started. It started in February. I kind of started it already. It's closed now, so we're halfway. We already started. But look out for April. We'll have it come back out in April. You say you're not about that life. Okay, yes, my bad. I'm not abstinent. I'm celibate. And I've been celibate for a year. It's a difference. Celibacy, I'm waiting into marriage. Abstinent, if I was abstinent, I'm waiting for a short period of a certain time to go back. So I want us to all know the difference. If you're abstinent, you're just prolonging having sex for a time period until you decide to have sex. If you're celibate, you're waiting into marriage. I'm waiting into marriage. I've done all that. I'm done with it. I don't feel like dealing with it anymore. I wanted to do it based off my belief. My belief is not to have sex into marriage, so I won't be. That was always a desire of mine, and I've been doing it for a year now. I just focus on me and do me. And I've been in a relationship, and we both were celibate, and it worked. We were still intimate, quote unquote. We didn't, do any foreplay or anything like that, but we did kiss and hug and stuff like that. So I don't want you to think you can't do anything. We spent the night together and everything. So it's not easy because I'm like, ooh, I want to do it, but we didn't. We respect each other a lot. He said, I'm so late. It's all right, baby. You're not that late. You can jump on the next one, though. It's my first time doing the no pain, no outbreak challenge. I wanted to see, how it worked for you, for my first batch of people. So they're really just, they testing it out with me to see how it works. But every day I send out an email, pertaining to just encouragement. I also have a support group that they can be in just for additional support, just to have, to do things in, or just have a place to go. I do lives in there time to time. Then there is not something that is required to be in the support group, but I just want to give you guys, them avenue to kind of come and ask questions, or just have people that they can see like, okay, I'm not by myself, but it is 46 people in on this challenge right now. And I offer you just so much information, videos and all that stuff. I also created a journal, like journal entries, to kind of help you get through the process of learning and journaling through your no pain, no outbreak, which is cool. What Facebook group name? Which one? They're talking about my private group. If you talk about the challenge, you can't get that information for the challenge. That's only if you're in the challenge. But if you're looking for just the private support group, it's the Overcomers. It's a closed group. It's only for women. And you can find it under the Overcomers. And it'll pop up, and you're going to have to answer 3 questions to even be admitted into the group. So you will be going through a screening process. You're just not getting in the group, and nobody can see. You can't see anything in the group. Period. Why are the range numbers high and some are low? No big reason. It's antibodies. They fluctuate. The numbers doesn't mean you're going to have a lot of outbreaks. It doesn't mean you're going to have no outbreaks. It's just a range of antibodies in your body. That's it. The only thing those numbers mean is simply that yes or no that you have, either positive or negative. Other than that, them numbers fluctuate. They fluctuate a lot. Any more questions? No, it's not private. It's closed. I had it private, but I'm growing too much that I can't. I don't have no more space for friends on Facebook. You have to follow me. I don't want to delete my friends to put people in a group, so I made it a closed group that you guys can invite yourself. All right, guys. Well, I love you dearly. I hope all is well. Diamond, you got a lot of questions, boop, boop. If you, I would strongly suggest that you do a session with me, because I can tell that you got a lot of questions, which I have no problem with answering. So go but to bit/I have it, and I'll answer all the rest of those questions that you have, because you asked a lot of questions, but they were really good questions, and I'm sure you helped somebody else who was probably thinking the same thing. But if you have anything else that's very much particular, do a session with me. If anybody email me, please be patient with me. Like, these emails are whooping me. Like, I got a lot of emails that I have to get to. So my goal is to try to hopefully get through some of them today. I hope that's the goal. I hope to get to some of them today, because it's a lot. I'm really behind on my emails. Really behind on my emails. So please, like, if you're going to email me, just know I'm not going to get to it that quick, because I'm moving around a lot. I try to get to as many as possible, But they're coming in. They're coming in pretty fast. So if you really want to talk to me, your best thing is to set a session. Sessions, they get first priority over everything. I'm no lie. They do. But I will get to your email. So just give me some patience. Give me some time. And I'll get to it because I'm kind of just swamped on them. All right. It's all right, guys. You said session it is. Yeah. Good night, babe. Stay blessed and continue to do the good work. Can't wait for you to come to New York. I can't wait to see you in New York. I can't wait, guys. I know New York. I know all of them gonna sell out, but that New York and that Baltimore gonna sell out quicker than everybody because most of my clients are up there. So y'all make sure y'all get y'all tickets. Don't sleep on them tickets. Because I got people talking about, oh, I hold me one. I ain't holding no tickets, y'all. Y'all better just get it. It's only 50 people who are going to be able to come for all of these events. So make sure you grab your tickets. All tickets are available in every state now. So you don't have to wait. You can get your ticket early and you don't have to worry about it. But I just know for a fact those are going to sell out quickly. Quickly. So it's only 50 spots and go from there, guys. So I love you guys. I'll be talking to you soon. Y'all know I'm going to get back on here and talk again. You said good night. I'll be in New York as well. Oh my God, Nito, I can't wait. It's going to be great hugging you guys. This is going to be cool beans. I'm a big hugger, so this is going to be exciting. So I love you. See, y'all need to connect. Make sure y'all hit each other up. Connect with each other, ladies. Connect. I want y'all to connect so y'all have that person who understands what you're going through. Man, that tea was on point. I did that tea. I killed that tea, y'all. That tea was good. Now I'm getting sleepy. That may be the reason why I'm really sleepy, because I'm relaxed. The tea made me kind of drowsy. I'm like, I'm so going to bed now. Oh, you close by. Okay. But all right, ladies. Make sure y'all connect to each other. I don't know how y'all going to do that, but make sure y'all connect to each other. But I'm about to go. I need to get into bed because I got to get up in a couple of hours. And I'll be talking to you guys soon. Talk to y'all later.